Manchester United 1, Inter Milan 0. The third game of pre-season ends. Another victory, another clean sheet. And we know what everyone's going to be talking about. It will be the goal from Mason Greenwood, which broke the deadlock. It looked like it could be heading for a goalless draw, which would have meant penalty shootout. But somehow Manchester United have got the victory from a fantastic strike from Mason Greenwood, put it beyond a load of bodies, rifled it in that corner. Fantastic strike. But there was obviously some other good play from Manchester United. I mean, I thought we looked fairly solid, to be honest, in this game. Inter Milan didn't really have anyone up front to really threaten Manchester United, so you can't go too much into these pre-season friendly games with the fact that we're keeping clean sheets. I wouldn't go by that at this moment in time. But we've seen Tuanzebe and Lindelof at the back. Is he going to go for this? We will have to wait and see. He's played what I would consider almost full strength lineup from the off in this game. The only changes I would have made from this is maybe another experienced centre half, maybe coming into the team. He maybe could put McTominay in instead of Matic, and Mason Greenwood needs to be starting ahead of Martial or Daniel James. He's just got to be. I mean, Manchester United didn't really create enough. Didn't get enough shots off in this game to warrant to warrant a big scoreline in this. Not at all. But this was a lot more difficult opposition. Obviously, they've got a much sterner defence than the likes of Perth and Leeds, and it took Manchester United a long while. When we brought on Chong and Greenwood, I thought we actually looked pretty damn good. Chong getting a few free kicks, getting fouled a lot, which the only worry there is if he picks up too many injuries from getting fouled a lot, but he still keeps getting back up and still determined to keep going, which is what I like from Chong. And done quite well, I thought, Chong, when he came on, but that goal from Mason Greenwood just completely won us the game. Although my man of the match would have been Aaron Wan-Bissaka. I thought he was absolutely fantastic throughout the game from when he played, but that goal from Mason Greenwood, and also having the chance to hit the bar as well late on, so could have grabbed himself 2 goals. He's had so many chances when he's played for Manchester United's first team. He really has. It's ridiculous. And if all these shots start flying in, Jesus Christ, but at still 17 years of age, he managed to get that goal. His composure, his finishing, it's just frightening. And I think that he should be starting that first game against Chelsea. I really do. I think he's done enough in pre-season in these first 3 games. I mean, he even missed a good chance in the first game, but in the other 2 games, he scored 2 goals in, and I mean, he hardly played today. I think it's warranted a starting place. He's certainly done more in these opening few games than Anthony Martial, Jesse Lingard, and you could even say on par, at least with Marcus Rashford, and the likes of Juan Mata and that, who will be playing, and Daniel James in the attacking areas. I mean, we don't even know what's still happening with Lukaku, so it is crazy to think that he will probably be our starting man in an attacking 3 going into the season. But I do like what I'm seeing from Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. We are doing a lot of this pressing game, and we're starting to get more of an identity of how we want to play and go into the season. And there were some nice plays, a bit of nice play from Paul Pogba in midfield today as well. Skipped past a few players, got a shot away. So, I mean, we could have scored more goals today. I mean, there wasn't the threat from Inter Milan that you might expect, but Inter Milan did finish in the top 4 in Serie A last year, so this wasn't we weren't playing a team of absolute muppets here, but this still can't gauge this on where Manchester United will be at the start of the season, because we were smashing teams left, right and centre under Louis van Gaal. I know we did in the pre-season, and then the season started and we lost to Swansea, so you can't always go by this, but it is still encouraging to see a young guy like Mason Greenwood performing at this high level at such a young age, and hopefully it bodes well for the future. And there's obviously a lot of other exciting prospects that we're seeing. Obviously with Tai Chong, I think he looked dangerous when he come on in that second half later on. We didn't really see any of Angel Gomez. He didn't come on till late, which I would have liked to have seen a bit more of him. And James Garner hasn't really featured so much on the tour yet, and we haven't seen obviously enough of Fred and Darmian yet, because they've joined up with the team late. But besides that, most of the players have got a great deal of game time. It's just James Garner has been the main one that hasn't really got any game time yet, but I think he's trying to get the first 11 now getting more game time for that game against Chelsea. And I think we will see the likes of Angel Gomez and James Garner get game time in that Europa League, get more game time than we're probably seeing on tour, because on tour we're trying to get the first 11 sort of ready and fit enough to start that first game of the season. They might end up playing sort of maybe 1 or 2 reserve games before playing in the Europa League, just to get their fitness up that extra level. But overall, you can't knock this pre-season tour so far. 3 wins out of 3. You can't get carried away either, but still we've got 3 wins out of 3. That's all you can ask for in the pre-season, and hopefully no major injury concerns to deal with. Just the mystery one of Lukaku that I don't think is injured. But if we, I mean, 1 or 2 more signings and we'll just see how we go this season. I mean, you can't expect Manchester United to be amazing this season, but it's an exciting young team, and I've got to be excited for watching Manchester United this season. You've always got to be excited, and hopefully we can see some more of this implemented pressing style implemented into the Premier League when we go in it's about 3 weeks time. But overall, you can't knock that friendly. A win is a win. Anyway, we move on to Spurs next, which will be an even sterner test for Manchester United. Hopefully the likes of maybe Angel Gomez can get a few more minutes, and Mason Greenwood could start that game and maybe get 75 minutes in that one, which will be against Premier League opposition, so we can see what it's like against one of the better teams